Hello, and welcome to this demonstration on creating a chain of thought prompt using ChatGPT. Chain of thought prompting is a technique that involves developing a series of connected questions or statements to guide the conversation with the AI, allowing for a more in-depth and focused discussion. In this demonstration, we will explore how to develop an effective chain of thought prompt and response, with a focus on Python programming. We assume you have some familiarity with Python and other similar scripting programming languages. To get started, open a web browser on your computer or mobile device and navigate to chat.openai.com. Once you're there, sign into your OpenAI account or create a new one if you don't have one. We already have an account and will be using the paid subscription service of ChatGPT. There is also a free service as well that has a few limitations. Notably, you may not be able to access ChatGPT during busy times. First, we need to establish a context for the conversation. To do this, we'll begin with a simple prompt that introduces the topic of Python programming. Type the following in the prompt text box at the bottom of the screen. Let's discuss Python programming, specifically building a web scraper. No need to respond, I'm just setting up some contexts. Now that we have established the context, let's create a sequence of related questions that will guide the conversation. 1. What is web scraping, and why is it important in Python programming? 2. What libraries are commonly used for web scraping in Python? 3. How can we install and import these libraries in our Python script? 4. Can you provide a basic example of web scraping using Python? We will now input the first question into ChatGPT, allowing time for the AI to generate a response. Remember to include the context in the prompt. Type in the prompt text box at the bottom of the screen. Let's discuss Python programming, specifically building a web scraper. What is web scraping, and why is it important in Python programming? ChatGPT responds. Web scraping is the process of extracting data from websites. It involves making HTTP requests to web pages, downloading the HTML content, and then parsing the content to extract the desired information. Web scraping is commonly used for a wide range of applications, such as data mining, data extraction, data analysis, and web automation. 1. Python is a popular language for web scraping due to its simplicity, readability, and extensive library support. Some key reasons why Python is widely used for web scraping are: 2. Easy to learn. Python syntax is straightforward, making it an excellent choice for beginners and experienced programmers alike. 3. Extensive library support. Python has a rich ecosystem of libraries that make it easier to work with web scraping tasks. Some popular libraries include Beautiful Soup, Requests, Scrapy, and Selenium. 4. Flexibility. Python is a versatile language for simple and complex web scraping tasks. 5. Community. The Python community is large and active, providing a wealth of resources, tutorials, and support for web scraping tasks. Web scraping is essential in Python programming because it enables developers to automate tasks, gather data for analysis, and integrate information from various sources. By building web scrapers, Python programmers can efficiently collect, process, and store data from websites, creating valuable insights and allowing for informed decision-making. Now that we have an answer to the first question, let's move on to the second question in our chain of thought. Remember to include the context and previous response to maintain continuity. Type in the prompt text box at the bottom of the screen. Let's discuss Python programming, specifically building a web scraper. Web scraping is the process of extracting data from websites. What libraries are commonly used for web scraping in Python? ChatGPT responds. Several libraries in Python are commonly used for web scraping. Some popular ones include Requests, a popular library for making HTTP requests in Python. It allows you to send HTTP/1.1 requests, handle cookies, follow redirects, and manage sessions. With requests, you can easily download web pages and access the HTML content for further processing. Beautiful Soup. A library used for parsing HTML and XML documents, Beautiful Soup enables you to navigate and search through the structure of a web page to extract the data you need. It creates a parse tree from page source code, which can then be used to extract specific elements, attributes, or text. LXML. A high-performance library that provides both an HTML and an XML parser. It is often used in combination with requests or other libraries to download and parse web content. LXML's syntax is similar to Beautiful Soup, but it is faster and more memory efficient, making it suitable for larger projects. Selenium. A library that automates web browsers, Selenium is particularly useful for scraping websites that rely on JavaScript for loading content or require user interaction. It allows you to navigate websites programmatically, fill out forms, and interact with elements on a page, making it possible to scrape dynamic content. Scrapy. A powerful and extensible web scraping framework, Scrapy allows you to build web spiders that follow links, extract data, and store it in various formats, such as JSON, CSV, or XML. Scrapy is well suited for large-scale web scraping projects and provides built-in support for handling common web scraping challenges such as logging in, handling redirects, and throttling requests. These libraries can be used individually or in combination, depending on your web scraping needs and the complexity of the target website. We will now continue with the remaining questions in our chain of thought, always including the context and previous responses to maintain continuity. This will ensure that ChatGPT has a clear understanding of the conversation and can provide accurate and relevant answers. Type in the prompt text box at the bottom of the screen. Let's discuss Python programming, specifically building a web scraper. Web scraping is the process of extracting data from websites. How can we install and import these libraries in our Python script? ChatGPT responds. To install and import the popular Python libraries for web scraping, follow the steps below. 1. Install the libraries. You can use the package installer for Python, pip, to install these libraries. Open your terminal or command prompt and run the following commands. For requests, pip install requests. For Beautiful Soup, along with the LXML parser, which is recommended for better performance, pip install Beautiful Soup for LXML. For Selenium, pip install Selenium. Note, for Selenium, you will also need to download the appropriate WebDriver for the browser you want to use and set its path in your script or system environment variables. For Scrapy, pip install Scrapy. 2. Import the libraries. Once the libraries are installed, you can import them in your Python script. Add the following lines at the beginning of your script to import the respective libraries. For requests, import requests. For Beautiful Soup, from BS4 import Beautiful Soup. For LXML, only if you prefer using LXML over Beautiful Soup. From LXML import HTML. For Selenium, from Selenium import WebDriver. For Scrapy, you typically create a Scrapy project and use its built-in commands to run your spiders. However, you can also use Scrapy components in a standalone script. To import the main Scrapy classes, you can use import Scrapy. From Scrapy.crawler import crawler process. After importing the necessary libraries, you can start building your web scraper using the functions and classes provided by these libraries. Now, let's ask ChatGPT for a basic example of web scraping using Python. Type in the prompt text box at the bottom of the screen. We've talked about web scraping, its importance, and the libraries commonly used. Can you provide a basic example of web scraping using Python? Let's explain the code line by line. Import requests. Import the requests library, which is used for making HTTP requests in Python. From BS4 import Beautiful Soup. Import the Beautiful Soup class from the BS4 library, which is used for parsing HTML and XML documents. URL equals https://news.ycombinator.com/single quote. Assign the target website URL, Hacker News, to a variable named URL. Response equals requests.get, open brackets, URL, close brackets. Make an HTTP GET request to the target website and store the response in a variable named response. If response.status_code equals 200. Check if the HTTP request was successful, status code 200. Soup equals beautiful soup, open brackets, response.text, LXML, close brackets. Parse the HTML content of the page using beautiful soup and the LXML parser, and store the parsed content in a variable named soup. Article_titles equals soup.find_all, open bracket A, class underscore equals story link, close brackets. Find all the HTML anchor elements, A, with the class, story link, which represent article titles on Hacker News, and store them in a variable named article_titles. For title in article_titles. Loop through each article title element found in the article_titles list. Print, open brackets, title.text, close brackets. For each article title element, print its text content. Else, if the HTTP request was not successful, status code not equal to 200. Print, open brackets, F request failed with status code, open curly brackets, response.status_code, close curly brackets, close brackets. Print an error message with the status code of the failed request. And there you have it. In summary, this code scrapes article titles from the Hacker News website by making an HTTP request, parsing the HTML content, and extracting the desired data using Beautiful Soup. Now that we've gone through all the questions in our chain of thought, let's provide a summary of the main points covered. 1. Web scraping is the process of extracting data from websites for various purposes, such as data analysis or automation. 2. Libraries like Beautiful Soup, Requests, and Selenium are commonly used for web scraping in Python. 3. These libraries can be installed using pip and then imported into your Python script. 4. We've provided a basic example of web scraping using Python, Beautiful Soup, and Requests. In this demonstration, we've shown how to construct a chain of thought prompt using ChatGPT, focusing on Python programming and web scraping. By following these steps, you can create engaging and informative conversations with ChatGPT on a wide range of topics.